Never in my life have I seen anything like this. So take a minute and just sit back for a second. I want you to be nice and comfy here. What I'm about to tell you might be disturbing. It might shock your senses. Quite frankly, it might change your outlook on life forever. The words I'm about to present to you are going to be like nothing that has ever entered your ears before. And indeed, it might mutate you. Your skin might become inverted, your bones might tremble and break apart into bone dust, and your skin will become uninverted after inverting the first time. Your blood will boil, your hair will stand, and then run, and then leap, and then do jumping jacks, and your eyes will twist and turn into little horns that come out of your face. The words I'm about to say are the following. Parents, if you're with your kids, it might be wise to close their eyes now. Okay, here we go. The words I'm about to say are... Matt Hawker Show. I'm Matt Hawker, and I am ready to dive into it. Today, we're going to be diving right in. We're going to be diving into the content that I'm going to present to you today, and it's going to be some good content. That's right. We're going to dive right into it. So I want you to get on that wave, that Hawker wave, and we're just going to ride on. I just farted. My fart went faster than the speed of sound, breaking through the seat beneath me, puncturing a tiny hole to the universe. Now, this hole will eventually fill, but it'll be filled with matter that never existed previous, and quite frankly, reality will bend and contort to meet the whims of the new content that it's being restored with. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I can't confirm nor deny what I just told you, but I can tell you that I can confirm it. It's been confirmed. Anyway, today in the show, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. The first topic at hand is going to be hands and topics. So basically, one of the things that a lot of people have talked to me about, they wanted me to talk about hands. Now, hands are a really interesting thing. They can be used in a variety of situations. You can use them to pick things up and set them down again. You can use them to wiggle. You can wiggle with them. You can touch yourself with them in any place that you feel comfortable doing so. You can snap them together like that. You can do a lot of things. You can put them inside of your nostrils. You can put them inside of your ears. You can also push your eyeballs into the back of your head. It really hurts, though. I don't recommend that. Or I do recommend that if that's what you're into. I'm not here to judge. Quite frankly, you can do some weird things. You can put your thumb between two, you can split the four fingers in half and put your thumb in between them, and it looks kind of dumb, like you have a little thing coming out of there. That's exciting. Yeah, fingers are just really cool, and I like them a lot. I think that they could use some improvements personally. I'm not a fan that fingers basically kind of look the way they do. I'm personally of the opinion that fingers should look more like books. I think fingers should be a little more educational. They should have some greater content. Because, honestly, after you look at your fingers enough, it gets a little boring. I personally feel that we should hire authors to help redevelop the finger to a mass audience. But that's just me. That's just how I feel. Otherwise, fingers are just kind of lame and boring. I was chopping them off earlier, and I was like, well, I'm not really missing out on anything. What am I really using these for in the grand scheme of things? So, that's just the way I see it. You don't really need fingers to hold hands or, to type or anything like that, because the reality is you have a nose, you have knees, elbows, you have ears, you have hair follicles, you have friends and family that are going to help you out because you chopped your fingers off and you're bleeding and screaming wildly. You have doctors, psychologists. Psychologists especially will be there for you because you're are going to be communicating to them about why you cut your fingers off. You have the President of the United States of America who's going to get in contact with you because you're so brave, and he's going to ask you to strap this bomb vest on and go to this group of people that are terrorists and defeat them. These are individuals that'll come into your life that'll help you out. You also have the terrorists who will say, no, don't do that. We'll be your personal fingers and we'll help you type things up and eat things with them, and our fingers are your fingers, and then you're going to say okay, and then you have the terrorist fingers, and then you take them back to America, and then you tell the government, hey, can you cut their fingers off so I can have new fingers? And then you have fingers again. It's very exciting, and then you have fingers and nothing ever really happened. But the point I'm trying to make is fingers are just okay. Anyway, today in the Matt Hawker Show, we're going to have an interview, so let's get that started. Let's get that interview rolling down that hill, rolling down the rolling hills, rolling. It's going to roll on down. It's going to get faster and faster and faster, and it's going to pile into your mouth because it's just becoming a giant ball of rolling.
Good.
Great. All right. That was the interview. Thank you for being on the show. No, I'm just.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I had a great time. Thank you.
Oh, cool. So where are you from? What lands do you come from? Tell me what your origin story is. Go ahead.
My origin story. Well, okay. I come from the lands of the mystical world of Southern California, the Los Angeles area. I was born and raised right outside of Los Angeles. And
is that where they made bread? Is that where bread comes from?
No. Alkaline water. That's where alkaline water comes from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of that bread type. So what do you do? What's your thing? I know you are an audio man as well. You produce some sounds, some language into the digital webosphere that is our home.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I host a podcast called Opinioneering. That's not my day job, but it's something that I like to do as a hobby. But yeah, I host a podcast called Opinioneering, and it's just a pop culture podcast, or actually more nerd culture. It's just three friends sitting around like a booze-filled table, mostly whiskey, and we just do our thing and talk movies, comics, and stuff like that.
Okay. I like it. So do you talk into the whiskey while you drink it? Is that a...
You have to talk sweet nothings to your whiskey, because if not, it's not going to give you, you have to give a little to get a little.
Hold on. So let me just a quick question for you. Do you think sandwiches are attractive? And be honest with me.
Do I think sandwich? It depends on the sandwich.
No. Just in general. No, let's not get into the specifics. I'm talking about this, the sandwich form. Is that something that's attractive to you? The yes or no question.
Yes. I'll have to say yes. I do love sandwiches.
You're gonna lock in that answer. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. Hold on, judges. Ooh, sorry, Daniel. Actually, sandwiches are unattractive. That was incorrect. That's unfortunate.
Dang, how many points did I get dinged?
You actually didn't lose any points. You actually lost the entire game. It's not a point game. It's a one-question game. Unfortunately, you didn't make it. But that's okay. It's don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna send some people over to your house. They're gonna take care of you. They're gonna put you down. Don't worry.
Are they gonna bring a sandwich?
Listen, whatever you want to be, because after this, it's not going to matter. I promise you. It's going to be set. They're going to give you the old Hawker special. By the way, so what do you think about the Iran nuclear program? What's going on there?
What do I think about the Iran nuclear program?
Yeah. Tell me about
the one that didn't Trump like a couple days ago, like just kind of like rewrote over it and said like, no, we're not going to give you that. Like Iran anymore?
No. The Iran nuclear program, like the channel, like what is that even on? That's like after like Home and Garden Network, right?
Yeah, it's in the thousands at least. Yeah, it's like 1,526.
I've been wanting to watch that channel. I heard they had some like really great dance videos on there, but I haven't been able to find it yet. I've been like surfing everywhere, so I'm hoping some other podcast host knows what I'm talking about because I have no idea where this thing is.
You know what? I'll have to put a shout out too on my podcast just to make sure that you get your answers, man.
Yeah, I hope so because
that's like the scourge of our time, right there.
Right. Yeah, I've been looking everywhere for this thing, and I have gone through every single channel. Like I have called network executives asking where is the Iran nuclear program, and like I've been driving to people's mansions and like shaking them. Like I even like fought Bruce Willis just to find this thing. He wouldn't tell me.
What?
Like, I had him in a bloody pulp, and he wouldn't give me any information about this thing. Like people are keeping this secret, man.
That's like, insane because I know John McClane
John McClane.
Yes, John McClane is a huge person. If you had him in a chokehold or something, that's something to brag about right there, Matt. So, I mean, I don't know why he didn't give you that information, because that's crucial information to society today. I just don't know why.
We need to get that message out there. We need to get the Iran nuclear program out there. We need to install the Iran nuclear program into kindergartens so they too understand what this is all about, so they can enjoy proper dance education.
Well, not just that. I heard that they do have regular education programs on the Iran nuclear program.
All the more reason why we need to instill this into our school system. And hey, quick question for you.
Yeah.
This is actually a little more low key. I want to move away from all the stressful stuff. I feel like it's just sort of working me up a little bit.
Right.
Do you think Sunday morning comics were orchestrated by the devil? Go ahead, take your time on this one.
Okay, I'll take my time. Hold on. I'm just Sunday morning comics orchestrated by the devil. No, I do not. No. Did I lose that game too?
No, actually, that's not a game. We only did one game. There's only one game on that.
Look for redemption, but no, I don't think so. No, I really don't. I don't think Garfield can be that bad. That or Calvin and Hobbes. If anything, Calvin and Hobbes showed a lot more about existentialism than anything else.
I mean, that's a fair point. But on the other hand, they were they're comics that are in the morning. Here's the way I see it. Like, we don't have evening comics, we don't have afternoon comics. We only have morning comics.
Right.
And that says something to me. That speaks to me on a multitude of levels, because when you try to really make something so particular, there's something just evil about that. Like, you're only supposed to read this in the morning. Was it made in the morning? Are there like, nothing about it makes sense. Like, why are these specifically exclusively morning comics? Are they telling me when I can read my comics? It doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe they're just saying it's available in the morning, but it's not, you have to read it in the morning. Maybe it's like, hey, like, best used by morning time, just so it can get your day off to a good start,
But it doesn't say that. I mean, maybe if it said Sunday maybe morning comics, like, I would be like, okay, a morning, but it's just Sunday morning. That's it. That's like cut off. It's a strict regimen. Like, I feel like I'm in like a school run by nuns.
So they're like proselytizing humor to you. Like, they're forcing it down your throat, maybe? Like, no, I'm gonna read my comics when I damn well please, kind of thing.
Well, the trouble with that analogy is that I'm not eating the comics, so I don't really know if that makes much sense. And sorry, listeners out there, I don't want to get you guys mixed up. I don't eat comics, despite what Daniel here says I do. I just, I don't want him to project what he does onto me. I don't know, but look, I just, it's scary, man. We live in dark times. There are like shadowy comic like henchmen all over the place, just instilling evil cartoon wisdom onto us, and it's risky, man.
What's your favorite comic though? Like, you must have a comic that you like.
I'm honestly, I don't read comics. I'm not a fan of them. They're not really something that agrees with my personal religion. So I had to cut them out of my life years ago, actually. And it's a shame too, because I had a Garfield comic like tattooed onto my wrist. I mean, when I had to like rip the whole thing off. It was a nightmare.
The whole wrist? You had to rip your wrist off?
The whole wrist, man. I had to cut the whole hand off. And
goodness gracious.
Well, it was a shame too, because I used to eat a lot of lasagna, and I was a big fan of Garfield comics for this specific reason. I slept in a box outside of my house.
Did you hate Mondays?
No, I wasn't. I liked Mondays because I actually,
except Monday morning comics, because those things.
Yeah,
right?
Right, exactly, because they force it onto you, and it's terrifying. And after I'm just, man, Daniel, I'm getting worked up here, man.
Don't, man, don't. Daniel, don't get you worked up.
I can't, man. It's this comic stuff, man. Daniel.
I know, it's bigger in your brain. Breathe, please, for me. Oh no.
I had to cut it off. I had to stop eating the lasagna, Daniel. Anyway, thank you for being on the show today. It was a great time having you here. Hopefully we'll have you on again one day, but probably not ever.
That's fine.
All right. Hey there, welcome back. I never really went anywhere. It was interesting. For the interview, I hired a stunt double, Matt, to do it, and I was just sort of sitting in the background. I was like, why did I hire this guy? I don't really need him. But, I do what I got to do. I make these things happen because, frankly, they just have to happen that way. Unfortunately, the podcast board of commissioners said that I have to hire other actors to do the show. I can't do it all on my own. It's part of their whole their program to advance the well-being of auditory personnel. I don't really know what all that means, but the point is I got to bring other people on the show every now and then to basically take my role. Now, unfortunately, since this is the Matt Hawker show, that gets a little difficult sometimes. I mean, quite frankly, I am Matt Hawker. There is no other Matt Hawker. Well, that's not true. There's like some other Matt Hawker out there who's a dentist. I could bring him on, but all he's going to do is talk about teeth, and I don't really want that. So really what it comes down to is, I gotta find these guys. I gotta train them to be Matt. I gotta take them through like a 40 to 68 hour seminar period where they train dutifully. I will say, they work really hard on this stuff to become a Matt Hawker, and it is a rigorous process. You would not believe the kind of things an individual has to do to be a Matt Hawker. You have to paint yourself with beard hairs, and you got to like glue that onto your face, especially if you don't have a beard. And even if you have a beard, you have to shave it off, and then you have to glue my beard hair onto your face. And that's I feel for you there. That's rough. You have to slowly lose your mind and succumb to the chaos of my personality, and that is really just done by watching the modern Doom movie over and over again for the entire seminar. Actually, we have that playing constantly, and then afterwards, you pretty much have to watch that nonstop as well. Basically, that movie stars The Rock, and he becomes a monster, and he says "Semper Fi, motherfuckers." And that's the kind of thing that really makes a Matt Hawker. Just a really great movie starring The Rock, and you just become obsessed with it. And I mean, you get a tattoo of it on your like chest, on your knee, behind your knee. You tattoo your best friend while you're sleeping, and while they're sleeping, while you're both asleep. Yeah, that's right. You're both asleep when that's happening. You just, a lot of things happen with that movie. You start going on a Doom diet. You only eat mutated creatures and sci-fi characters from a Mars planet, and that's part of the process there. I don't really want to give away all the details because this is a formula that is only for those who are being part of the show. But I wanted to give you guys a little lens on the on the process of becoming a Matt Hawker. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to some of these people right here.
Hi there. Yeah, I was a Matt Hawker for a little while. It tore me apart. I saw things that I didn't think were real. I have nightmares now. Nightmares that are like no other. I saw demons that would make me do things. I lost so many hopes and dreams. Welcome to the Matt Hawker Show.
Wow, what a guy. Let's try another listener who became another Matt Hawker.
Hey, I was a Matt Hawker for a little while. It was pretty spectacular, I gotta say. Now, you might be wondering, what's up with the voice, dude? Well, it's pretty easy. Matt Hawker came into my life and he was like, yo boy, you want to be a Matt Hawker? And I said, yeah, I do. So here I am, matting it up. Welcome to the Matt Hawker Show. Oh, ooh, ah, ee, oh.
That was interesting. But we get a lot of characters here on the show. People that really do everything they can to be a Matt Hawker like me. And I recognize it's not easy. I know it's a troubled format for everyone. But you know what? When we all sit down and we try to be Matt Hawker, you can do it too. And this isn't just a gendered thing. You don't just have to be a guy to be a Matt Hawker. Anyone can be a Matt Hawker. Men, women, penguins, cats, furniture, couches, chairs, furniture, ceiling fans, lamps, books, furniture, bookshelves, wine bottles, furniture, toilets, poop, pee, poo-pee, donkeys, gorillas, video game mascots, hentai characters, hentai authors, hentai books, hentai mangas, Christian associations, Doom, The Rock. You get it. Look, I'm tired of this joke. Let's be real here. This is just falling apart. This is all, trashed. I've been recording these podcasts in this little ditch for about 13 days now. And I got to tell you, I'm getting tired of this, guys. I'm getting real sick of this crap. I don't even like this. This sucks. Here I am just throwing crap at the wind, hoping you guys enjoy this. This is like spaghetti for your ears, and I'm just putting on that sauce when I go to the editing. You know what, though? I'm tired of feeding you cretins. What do I get from you guys? Nothing. I don't see you guys making podcasts honoring me and my name, or sending me daily devotions, or offering me vast prizes of gold and wealth and all of the works of your crops for the year. I don't get any of that from you people. You know what? I'm tired of it. I'm your God. Your God. Your God. Well, we've just had a fun time today, kids. I'd like to thank the friends and the animals that have come together around us to have fun and enjoy one another. Without love and happiness, how can we ever truly know what it's like to feel inner peace? I think that as a result of our time together, we're a little better now. And I think the horrors of the past are behind us. And while things might be a little scary in the future, we're going to get through it. So let's just take a deep breath here for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Just let out all that anger. Just put it behind you. Just sit on it. Just sit on that anger for a little while. We don't need that anger. It's a comfy chair, sure, but we don't need it. We can just sit on it. And we can just sit on the floor and let it sit beside us. We can just let that anger sit next to us sometimes and ask us how we're doing. That's okay too. Just talk to your anger. No problem. And sometimes the anger makes some suggestions. That's okay too. No big deal. Some just nice little friendly suggestions. And sometimes the anger goes outside and it yells and it screams wildly and it bangs the doors. But that's okay. No, you're not doing that. It's just the anger doing that. No problem. And other times the anger just goes outside and you don't see it for a while and you hear bad reports on the news, but you just put that behind you. No big deal. No worries. Nothing strange there at all. Now, today, the Matt Hocker Show was brought to you by the letter M for Matt and the number H, which is 2 plus Matt. Wow. We did it, guys. What a great day. What a happy time for us. Remember, you can follow the Matt Hocker Show on social media, like Facebook and Twitter. And you can also, of course, you can see it on Patreon. That's right. Yeah, you can go there and have a happy little time. That's exciting, isn't it? Wow. And you can upvote us. Oh yeah, you can just give us a nice little upvote on Podchaser, where you can check out podcasts and experience the IMDb of podcasting. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, that's nice. What a happy time. Well, anyway, friends, I feel like we've had a lot to handle today, so I'm going to go ahead and ship off now. I got to go get Anger. He's up to no good. That rascally little guy. But anyway, remember the good times we've shared, and I hope to hear from you soon. Always smile, and even if you don't, remember you can smile on the inside too. See you all next time. I love you. Also, I really need to mow my lawn. I don't have a lawn. Crap. I'm gonna mow something. Probably a grocery store. I want to mow the eggs and then drink them. That sounds pretty nice, right? I hope so. I don't know. I don't know what nice is, but I know what eggs are, and I know what mowing a lawn is. So if I combine those two things, I know a lot. Which means I know more than the average bear. Because the average bear only understands honey, bees, picnic basket. Which, although it's three things, the honey and the bees kind of go together, which makes it two. And sometimes picnic baskets have honey in them for a spread on bread, so it's kind of just one thing. Yeah, I'm pretty smart. All right, see y'all. Love you. I don't. I'm just saying that. I don't love any of you.